So we have this apple, we're gonna eat it, and our hunger replenishes. So that's pretty much it. Welcome back, guys, to another tutorial on reactive metal. Today, we're gonna be doing a tutorial that I got a suggestion on, and it's about a hunger system or hunger bar, something like that. So I think this is more for like RPG survival type of games. So basically, a hunger bar is like a bar similar to a health bar, except it basically shows your hunger. So for example, if you eat something, right, it goes up, but if you don't eat something for like a long period of time, it slowly starts to decrease gradually. But yeah, that's basically what a hunger bar is. And yeah, it's pretty simple. I think we're gonna need to start off first with a value. So for example, we're gonna store a value for every player inside like some kind of folder, right? We just have a value that really shows their health basically. Or we can actually store it inside the player's character instead. Yeah, I should probably do that in the player's character. And then we can slowly start decreasing it until they start eating something. So when they eat something, we can make a tool, we can script a tool, or like add a line inside already built-in tool, and then we can use that to gain more hunger. Or not gain hunger, but basically make our hunger bar full. So let's actually start with a character script, because that's what we're gonna start off first. And we're gonna make a value that's gonna be in our character. So let's actually start with a server script. So this script will basically reset every time a player spawns, or basically whenever a player's character is added into the game. So we're gonna actually make we're gonna make a value. So local health, not hunger, so not health, but hunger. We want hunger. It's hunger value equals that new. We make a new instance. Is gonna be a number value. Hunger value dot value equal 100. So we're gonna have 100 as the maximum, and you can change it if you want. Hunger value dot parent equals, actually let's make the character variable local car. So this script is gonna automatically be inside the player's character, right? So the parent of this script is the character, and then we're gonna parent the hunger value to the character. All right. And actually, we're gonna make the maximum value. Actually, what we can do is local max hunger equal 100, and then automatically when as soon as a player spawns, their hunger will be at the maximum, which is 100, because we made it 100. We made the max hunger 100, and so as soon as a player spawns, their hunger is going to be at the max. So they're going to be like not hungry, right? And it slowly starts decreasing as a player plays without eating anything. Okay? All right, so this is just the value. The max hunger is going to be 100, which is going to be the starting point for the hunger bar. All right. So we can then probably make our GUI. I think that should be it. We can actually make, you know what? Yeah, actually let's make that after, but let's first make a function that slowly starts decreasing the health. So we're gonna make a function. So we can do that by, we don't need local, but function decrease hunger. It's not really decreasing hunger, but or increasing hunger. And all that really does, it decreases the amount, I don't know if that makes sense actually. Increase hunger, so increase hunger. Let's call it increase hunger, guys, because that makes sense. Okay. Function increase hunger. So the more the hunger increases, the less this value will be. So when there's less of this, the hunger bar will slowly start to become smaller and smaller, right? This just means the hunger will slowly increase because the player is more hungry, and then it needs more food to eat. So we'll do this, and we'll make a spawn function. I'm not sure you really need this, but So we'll do this. Now, this all it does is, so in case, like, because we're gonna make a while true do loop. A while loop basically makes it stay inside. So it makes this script run the while loop without running anything else. So it could be stuck in that while loop, but since we have this spawn, we'll run it at the same time in case you have anything else to run outside this while loop. So we'll do a while loop. True do. Now let's say maybe we want a function. Actually, you probably don't, because we're only going to use this. And even like you don't really need this. Like if you want to run something else, you might as well use another script for it. But we're gonna name this hunger. Okay, let's see. So hunger value. That value minus equals 1. We'll probably put like a weight 5 maybe. That's realistic. You can change it if you want. So how fast do you want your hunger bar to decrease? And that's pretty much it. Alright. I don't know if that makes sense though. But spawn function basically makes a function run at the same time if you want other things to run in your script. Basically, that's what I mean. Alright. So let's make the start UI. Let's actually put a screen UI. And then we can put a frame here. So let's do 0.05, 0.1. This will be a square, but we're going to make this 0.1, 0.02 or something. And the y-axis, something like this. We're gonna make a very simple one. I didn't make a health bar, but the health bar was kind of overhead UI, so it was using a billboard UI, so it wasn't actually like a normal GUI on the screen. But this is good enough. Let's just do hunger. So hunger, and then if you want, you can put a UI corner, then just a UI stroke right here, and then you can just use UI corner. And you can use a UI gradient to make it look good. So UI gradient, let's make it like orange, because usually that's what hunger bars are colored. Okay. And then let's rotate this something like that. This looks good for a hunger thingy majingy. Then let's make a text label. Where is this background transparency? Let's make anything else. I mean, this is probably still good, but whatever. So hunger. Let's make this text scaled. And the position, let's change the size of this. Let's actually make it, actually you can put it on top of this if you want, but it doesn't really look good. So actually let's make it, or not, like let's make it above it, you know what I mean? So we can put the, where is this at? The position. So let's make it like a negative, not -10. Oops, that's on the x-axis. And the y-axis scaled, let's make it on top, and then actually just make this a bit bigger. So like 2. And actually let's make it white too. Not trying to be racist or anything, but let's make it white. Okay. Make this above. Where is this? There we go. Oh, this is our hunger. Actually, let's make this a UI stroke. Where is this stroke? So it's text stroke. Oops. Stir stroke. Where is this? I forgot. Oh my god. There we go. Alright, so now let's make this thingy majingy. Oh, actually no, we should actually use a yeah, whatever. Let's make this hunger right here. Duplicate this, put this another one inside of it. We don't actually need this then, I suppose. Actually, yeah. This let's make it 1 1 on the scaled. So 1 x scaled, 1 y scaled. So it completes the thing, and then I'll actually position this correctly. So I think if we make the 0 0. Okay, and we also need to set the anchor point correctly. So if we decrease it on the x-axis, so we do 0.7. Okay, that's perfect. Let's make the one that's beneath it, like, let's make it black actually. Background is actually not the UI gradient. Let's make this like a black or something. Then let's make it a bit transparent. 0.3. So if we decrease this, which is what we'll be doing through the script when the player's hunger decreases. So 0.7 is going to be something, oops, 0.1 for example. It's going to kind of look like this. UI stroke, UI gradient, 0.5, something like that. That looks good. That looks good. Oops. And then let's make the hunger bar back to 1. Okay. Now let's actually script this. So local script. Okay, now let's make the player variable. So local player equal game.players.local player. This is the local player that has this UI. So it's the player on the client. Local car equals player.character. Probably need to wait for, actually no, we probably don't need to wait for child. I don't know. Actually, maybe just in case, let's do like wait 1 or something. I'm not sure. Just in case like the player's character hasn't loaded yet. I'm not sure if you really need that. I don't know. Sometimes I'm pretty stupid. Whatever. So now, well, we need to wait for child for the hunger value. So local hunger value equals player, wait for child, or no, not player, sorry, character, because we put the hunger value inside the player's character, and we do wait for child, because it probably hasn't loaded yet, hunger. Oh, sorry, I forgot, what's it called again? The hunger value, we didn't set the name for it, so let's actually make the name for the hunger values. Hunger value, that name equals, let's name it hunger. Okay, so now we have hunger value, and it's going to be inside the character, and the name is going to be hunger. Okay, so hunger value dot change connect function, and then I think the hunger value is going to be so hunger. This is how much hunger is left, or how much hunger the player currently has after it has changed. So when the hunger has changed, we're gonna set the size of the hunger bar to how much it has, and it's in a ratio. So for example, if it has, like, for example, actually I just realized maybe maybe it needs honestly, I don't think it really matters. So if you wanna make a different max hunger, that might be a problem. But like, for example, if you want a max hunger for everyone, if everyone share a same amount of max hunger, then maybe this would work. But you might need to change a few stuff. You want the max hunger to be different for different types of players. But most of the time, you don't really need that. I don't think it's really important. No. But if you want to, whatever. So let's just do this. Let's make the max hunger the same. So local max hunger equals 100. Okay. And then we'll do, and we're actually going to do tween sizing just because it's more cleaner. So tween size is basically makes the GUI tween, like animate basically. So we'll do, and let's actually make a variable also for the GUI. So local, so health bar, health bar, hunger bar. We'll start up here. That is the hunger bar that we want to change. So hunger bar, not hunger value, but hunger bar, tween size. So first parameter is the size, the end size. So what is the size that we want to achieve? It is the ratio between the max, or not the max, but the current hunger to the max hunger, which is 100. So we're going to do udim2.new, and the x1, so the first, the x, what's it called again? Yeah, so the x scale, you want it to be the hunger value. So the hunger value, that value, or it's actually the hunger, because we made a, what's it called again? The parameter for this in change function. It's hunger, and I think so. The hunger is a number, right? And then divided by max hunger. So this is the ratio between the hunger, the current hunger the player has, and the max amount of hunger they used to have, which is 100 in this case. Okay. Now this is for the x-axis, and everything else is pretty much the same. So we can just do hunger bar dot y, or the size dot y, which is the default y size for the hunger bar that you've made, and then 0 again, because these two are what's it called again? These two are a offset. You do new refinish the end size, the easing direction. So enum the easing direction. The out is to do anything. Then enum the easing style dot assign. And then the time is like 0.1 seconds because we want it to do it fast. And then false rebound, I think. Override. We don't want it to repeat. I think that's what it means, to repeat. We don't want it to repeat. That's pretty much it. So pretty much it's really simple. The only complicated thing is like this first x size value. It basically means the ratio between the current hunger that the player has and its max hunger. So for example, if it has 75 hunger, right? It will be 75% filled. So it's gonna be around here. Yeah, it's simple. It's basically just a ratio. And I think that's it. Let's see. And we don't really need to make like a number thingy majingy for it, so we'll just leave it like that. So I want to show you in case nothing happens wrong, or actually, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be like that by default. So we have the hunger right now. Now, if you look at our character, so recur, oops, not player, the character. Oh, did I something? Oh my god, okay, I'm really lagging bad. So I think something went wrong. So right now, as you can see, where's our hunger? So this is our hunger value that we just made. We named it hunger. Still 100, so I'm not sure what happened. Something went wrong. Okay, no. Not sure what happened. So actually, what happened is we didn't call the function yet. So the function that we made, increase hunger, we did the not the for loop, the while loop. We're just gonna call it, so increase hunger. So as soon as okay, not save yet. So basically, when a player spawns, right? This script is gonna run, and then we made this function, right? It's gonna spawn. So in case you want something else in the script, if you want to run something else in the script, it can run at the same time as you're running the increase hunger function. And you can add something else if you want. It's really up to you if you know how to script. But yeah, so max hunger is always going to be 100. If you want to change it, you might need to put another value in, like maybe inside of the hunger value, for example, and then you can just manipulate that. So the max hunger for this case is actually going to be 100 for all players. And yeah, so let's actually, so now we just call the function. We call the function, so now it should work. Okay, did I do something wrong here? Let's see if I did something wrong. I don't know why the Explore page is really laggy. Oh my god, this is really laggy. I don't know what happened here. So it is decreasing, as you can see. But it's not decreasing in the bar, so maybe something went wrong. Maybe something went wrong here. Okay, let's check. So it is decreasing in the actual value itself. So let's see. Let us see. So this is the script for the GUI. Hunger value. Okay. But something went wrong. I don't think so it did. Let's see. If I copy this, not sure if anything went wrong here. Hunger bar, hunger bar, hunger value, that value. Oh, sorry, it's hunger value. No, yeah, that's the actual value. Hunger value, that value. We can just, oops. Actually, is this the, sorry, is this a number value? This is a number value. Okay. I don't know what happened that made it not work. Okay, let's ignore that now. Let's see what happened. That's weird. That is weird. Let's see. Hunger value change. Let's make a print function. Print hunger change. Oh my god, I don't mean to save all the time, but let's actually put this in brackets. Let's try to put this in brackets. Hunger value, that value. Let's do that instead. Okay, I'm always used to this pressing Control S. Let's see if this works. Okay. Let's see if this works. Let's see. Hunger change. Maybe it's because it's on the server. I'm not sure why. So as you can see, the hunger is decreasing, but it's not. That's weird. I think it's because it's decreasing in the server. So actually, what we should do is actually, we might need to do this in the server script. Maybe you do. Okay. So let's actually copy this. And then we also need to reference our hunger bar that's in our player GUI. So we're gonna do, so this is good. It's good that we made the spawn function, so we can actually add other stuff to this very script. So we're gonna actually make, now let's make some other values. So this is gonna be player GUI. So local player GUI. So player GUI should be local player. Actually, we can get player from player equal game players, get player from character, and then we can just do car. So local player GUI equals player.player GUI, and then yeah, whatever, just do whatever. So local, then you reference our screen GUI, then our hunger stuff. So local hunger GUI equals player GUI dot hunger, or not, player GUI dot screen GUI dot hunger, and then hunger bar, local hunger bar equal hunger GUI. Well, I can't. I can't type. Dot hunger. So this is our hunger UI stuff. All right, so now we can actually copy paste this. Should hunger value. So hunger value is where hunger value dot change, and then you can use this hunger. So right here, hunger, which is the changed value of the hunger value. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Should actually work. Should I? And actually, you can erase all of this because we don't really need this anymore. So it should work. It should theoretically work. And it's also going to run this while through do loop because it's going to run at the same time as we are using this in-change connect function event, whatever it is. So we can actually run this, play it, and let's see how this works. So it's actually running in, oops, I think I made something wrong here. Did I do something wrong here? I think I changed it incorrectly. Let's see what I did that's wrong. Yeah, looks like I did something wrong here. So this X value should, wait, hold on, it should work. Size.y, Y scale. Size.y.scaled. Oh, that's scale, yeah. Because this is the scaled Y size. Scaled Y size. My bad. And this is the offset. So it should, yeah, I think there was something wrong the other time. So let's see if it works now. Because last time we changed, okay, there you go. So the hunger is slowly decreasing. Of course, you can change how fast it decreases by. But basically, yeah, it decreases. You get the idea, you get the drift. If you want, you can put this in a folder, but you just have to reference it differently, that's all. So you can put this in a folder just so it's, I don't know why my Explorer tab is really laggy. But as you can see, it's slowly decreasing. And that's pretty much it. You can change the max amount. And honestly, you can really change the max hunger to whatever. So for example, if you have this thing in your game where your player progresses in hunger, then I guess you can do that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And actually, that's pretty good. So we didn't actually need a local script this entire time. We just needed this. But yeah, it's very simple. Very, very simple, actually. And this is gonna restart every time a player resets. So if a player resets, it's gonna pretty much restart. But yeah, just saying. And yeah, so you can do like wait 5, for example, or wait 10, like wait 5 maybe. You can change how fast it goes, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And yeah, what else? Oh yeah, I don't know if I want to do this in a part 2, but I think this next part is gonna be pretty simple. I have no idea how long I've been recording for now. But yeah, how do you make it so the hunger is replenished? How do you replenish your hunger? Yeah, basically. And you can do this the same with the thirst or whatever you want in your RPG survival game type of thingy majingy. So let's like buy an apple or something. An apple. Let's say this replenishes. Oh my god, this is not what I wanted. Okay, so let's say this it's called sandwich apparently. That's weird. Apple. So let's say this replenishes your hunger. Now, actually, what we can do... Yeah, you know what? What we can do is actually... All we're gonna really do is gonna go on this, and then we're gonna actually mess around with the script. So apparently it's called sandwich script. I assume they used a sandwich and then basically remodeled it as an apple. But whatever. So in this script, you're gonna see a bunch of stuff. So it's a very simple one. It's very short. So this is on equipped, and then this is when it's activated. So activated basically means when a tool is like activated, when it's pressed on. I assume that's what it means. So you can really add stuff to it. If not, you just use this event right here, skip that parent that activated. And what you can do is let's go on here, and then actually let's make a variable. So local. So if can we use car? So car should be so tool.parent. So local character tool.parent, because when a tool is equipped, it's then parented to the character. So the parent of the tool would be the character of the player, if that makes any sense. So local hunger val equals car wait for child hunger. So now we can get the hunger value of the player that's using this tool, which is the apple. Then we can now replenish the player's hunger. So let's do hunger val dot value plus equals, for example, 10 or for example 5. And if you want, you can delete this after. So for example, if you have like local bytes equals 5, so, or bytes, no, it should be 0 by default, and then bytes, and bytes is, so if bytes is greater than equal to, for example, 5, then tool.destroy, so tool.destroy, else bytes plus equals 1. So it's very simple, very simple scripting, very basic. All this really does is, oh my god, what did I do? All it does, if it checks, if you've bitten this over 5 times, then it destroys. So basically, if you aim the whole apple, if you took 5 bites, it will destroy itself. It will vanish, basically. Otherwise, you want to add to the bytes value, which is first 0 by default, and then when it slowly adds up to 5, and if it gets more to 5, if you get more than 5 bites of the apple, it will destroy itself. That's pretty much it. And then after that, we just add to the hunger value, because obviously you don't want to spam, right? So that's why we added this bytes function, and this is really all on the activated function, and this is called when the tool is activated, or I think sometimes the tool also, when the script, you can find when, so some people script tools, they use on mouse button or something, on mouse button 1 down or something, or no, sorry, I think it's mouse button 1 down. That's what they use to, because that's a part of the mouse. So when a mouse is clicked, it's basically one, I forgot what's it called, but basically, so in this case, this tool uses activated to detect when a tool is activated, and that's usually when a player clicks on the tool and uses it. But sometimes some tools they use on their scripts, they use the mouse button 1 down event to detect when a player presses or uses a tool. If that makes any sense. I know that kind of sounds confusing, but basically, let's try this out. So if we bite this apple more than 5 times, it should disappear and also replenish our health, well, like at least 25 maximum. So where is this apple right here? Let's get this apple. So our hunger is slowly decreasing, but if we get, no, actually kind of will break it, but whatever. Value is not a valid member of hunger. Plus equals value. I don't know what happened here. Hunger. That's weird. Value is not a valid member of script. Oh, my bad. You do have to rename this. My bad. You do have to rename this. So what is hunger script? Because our other hunger value is called hunger. So you don't want 2 values or 2 objects with the same name, because it'll basically break. And yeah, basically that's it. So we have this apple, we're gonna eat it, and our hunger replenishes. So that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I think it was a pretty simple tutorial, actually. Nothing much to it. You can pretty much reuse the same style or the same technique to other, like thirst bars or something like that. You can pretty much use the same technique. Maybe health bars. Health bars, you can pretty much do the same thing in terms of like eating stuff to replenish your health. This replenishes your hunger. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want more, definitely be sure to subscribe and like. We're almost to 1,000 subs. Like, that's insane. I will have to thank you guys for all the good support. Yeah, pretty much all the support. But yeah, I can't believe we're almost to 1,000. If you have a good suggestion, keyword good suggestion, be sure to put it down. If you have a suggestion about like round systems, I got a lot of suggestions about that. I'm really not focusing more on that anymore. I might, because a lot of my old tutorials were pretty bad, especially with the round system. Those were pretty like not very cohesive. I don't know, I didn't really explain them well. Maybe there's one that was really bad. I probably might like redo it, make like a replacement video of it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you want, you can join our Discord server. Don't really have a lot of active people on that there. Is most of like people want help. I can't really help all the time. Usually I'm busy. But yeah, if you want to help other people, if you have like a fairly good amount of scripting knowledge, you should probably go there and help some other people. Because hey, I don't have all day. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And we'll see you guys in the next one.